Hi love, welcome to today's video. I'm so excited. I'm back. I have a new look. And today we're going to be talking about how to unleash your wild side, your wild woman or man. I don't really think many men listen to my videos, but all about unleashing your wild side. And this video is going to be fucking amazing. If you are tired of like living inside of a fucking box that you've either been put in by society, that you've put yourself in, whatever it may be, this video is going to help you tremendously. I am just pulling up my notes and we're going to just go ahead and dive in today. So welcome back to part 3 of the Wild Goddess series. I am just coming off of the retreat that I went to, and so many other amazing things happened that made me realize why I didn't complete this series yet. I knew it was always in divine timing, but I had so much inspiration from the retreat that I went to, from a documentary series that I watched, which I'm going to talk about today, and from my new haircut. Not that this is like an unconventional look to have bangs. I actually had swoop bangs before, but I haven't had straight across bangs since I was a child. Yeah, it's very like poofy and mermaidy. I put my hat on just because I feel like I love my hat and it completes my look. But anyways, I'll post some pictures on Instagram if you guys want to see it. So I was thinking earlier this morning, I was outside doing like a yoga, dance, aura, magic, all the things, flow, kundalini. And I was just thinking about all the old ways of how I personally used to move my body, because of the conditioning that has been placed on us by the super masculine society that luckily we're now moving out of, and as we move into this age of the new earth and all of the things. But literally for so many years, I did hardcore workouts when, excuse me, that was gross, apologies, when I was doing my health and fitness coaching business. And I think sometimes I enjoyed it, but honestly, I think most of the time I didn't, but I just did it because I felt like I had to. And I also just feel like society as a whole has shamed the feminine. Like if you're like, this tattoo is a perfect example. I know tattoos aren't really that big of a deal, but when you grew up in the South in a super conservative place, like things like this, people still like, I'm here visiting my family right now in the South, and I'll still get very interesting looks when I'm at the grocery store because I have a really big mermaid tattoo on my leg as well. And I just don't think I dress like people around here. But anyway, I never had the balls to get this really big tattoo until 4 years ago or something like that, which means I was 28, 29, something like that. Well, I guess it depends. I'll be 34 later this year, but that's besides the point. So I was like so used to trying to be the good girl and trying to fit in and trying to fit into this box. And I was shamed for a big part of my life because I'm tall. I'm 5'9". I know that's not super tall, but I've been that height since 7th grade. So I've always been a taller girl. And I'm not a super skinny person, so I've always had a booty, no matter what size I've been. Obviously, when I was 60 pounds heavier, had a booty, and I've still had a booty no matter what size I've been after that. And because of the booty, I would get, and I have like hips as well too. Like I think I'm a little bit smaller on the top than I am the bottom. So it's more of like the curvier, pear shape, whatever you want to call it. And because of that, when I would wear skirts and dresses and stuff like that, they would fit me much shorter than they would most people because of my butt and my height and my hips and all the things. And I just remember it being deemed like so shameful or slutty or whatever, even though I was never dressing to like attract that stuff. Like I wasn't trying to be, and I don't even think we need that word in our vocabulary, slut, skank, any of those things. Like fuck all that. But I wasn't trying to like attract sexual attention that I did not want to me. I was just expressing myself. I'm kind of going all over the place. I'm just looking at my notes. I'm still getting used to these bangs too. So you might see me move them, but you're probably used to that because I always move my hair in my videos. Anyways, all of this to say, like, I feel like that has been placed on us as women for fucking decades. You know, I've only been here for 3 decades so far, but it's happened for decades and decades and decades before that. And back to what I was saying about the movement, this goes into the retreat that I just finished last week that I went to with my mentor. And we did like all the dance vibes. I told you guys about it in my previous videos. We did belly dancing and we made these, what's the word I'm looking for? They're like really long ribbons. I'm going to post a story of it on my Instagram this week at some point so you can see what I'm talking about. Actually, I can get it out for you. Let me do that. Okay. So it's this ribbon. I want to call it a ribbon wand. I don't know if that's the right word. You ordered them on Amazon, and basically I took off the ends and we replaced them with selenite. And I have 2 of them. And I got the rainbow color because I felt like it represented all the chakras. And you guys know I'm all about the chakra life. So we were doing that. We were doing, what's the word? I can't snap, by the way. Hula hooping and all the things. And it was just making me think, going back again to all of like the awful, they're not awful workouts to other people, but they're awful workouts to me. Like I felt like I was punishing my fucking body. I didn't feel like it made my body feel good. But I did it because it was like more normal than doing things like belly dancing or dancing with ribbons or doing hula hoops or whatever. And it was more of, you know, that masculine way of being. And on top of all of this, I watched this documentary called, looking at my notes because I don't remember the name, Strip Down, Rise Up. And it's about the pole dancing workout movement, along with there's like competitors and stuff like that. And there is so much shame placed on all of these things of being sexual by doing belly dancing or doing pole dancing or doing whatever it is. Society has created this, what's the word? Facade, whatever the word is, that doing those things are sexual and you're a slut. And I don't like to use those words. And like I said, I don't think they should be in our vocabulary, but that's just the narrative that's been placed on society. And watching this documentary series myself, it helped me open my eyes up and expand and be even more open-minded as well. And I was like, fuck, like I had some of that still within me without realizing it, because I started watching how I was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, oh, whoa. That movie, that documentary series, it's on Netflix. I highly recommend watching it. It's so fucking empowering. And it's all about literally using movement to heal yourself, to heal trauma. These are the things that I teach about as well. Like that's like all the things that I teach about. But the documentary series was really about reclaiming our power and owning our bodies and our sexuality. And it's like this whole movement, this pole dancing workout movement about all of that. And going back to like the belly dancing and all the things that I've been doing, like I always felt awkward or weird or whatever. I kind of already said this, but because again, it didn't really go into that masculine box that's been placed on us in society. But like, it's time to fucking kiss the good girl goodbye. Fuck the good girl. Like, fuck all of that. You do what makes you happy. You move your body how it makes you happy. You express yourself and dress how it fucking makes you happy. And this goes back to, I think I talked about this in the first video where we talked about surrender in the series. It'll be linked up below. But I'm also going to be talking about it more about societal conditioning likely in one of the last videos of the series. I just lost my train of thought. Hang on a second. I think I was going to say, basically, we have all this conditioning put on us on society to do all these things. I know what I was going to say. Like, I used to be terrified to say the word fuck. I made myself into this like conservative church girl, and there's nothing wrong with conservative church girls, but that just wasn't me. Like, obviously, just looking at me, not that people like me can't go to church, that look like me can't go to church, but I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm a lot different than I used to be when I was trying to be conservative, and like I wouldn't listen to certain music because I felt like it was bad and all of these things. And I think I mentioned this in the video, the one that I'm mentioning that'll be linked up below, where when I moved to Hawaii is what really opened me up fully to being myself. And I feel like I've been healing that more and more and coming out and owning my wild side and my wildness and all of that more and more every year. And for me, I don't know if I talked about this or not, but I had this wound of rejection from childhood and being rejected in high school. So I was always terrified to not fit in. So if you have experienced that too, I want you to know it is so safe and you're so deserving of fully coming out and being yourself, like letting all your fucking wildness out, letting your fucking hair down, getting tattoos, dyeing your hair, like whatever the fuck it is that makes you feel wild and good. And along with that, I'm just looking at my notes. We have to stop taking life so goddamn seriously and have some fucking fun. Like have some fucking fun. Like I'm a Leo, so I feel like Leo is all about the inner child, and I'm funny and I'm goofy and that's like my vibe. But I sometimes myself let life make me too serious and get caught up. And this retreat that we went to and doing like the hula hooping and stuff, it just brought me back to being a child. And I was like, okay, I can add some more fun into my daily life. So think about how you can add more fun to your daily life, even if it's just having a dance party to your favorite song. Maybe you want to make these ribbon wand selenite thingies that I made. Maybe you want to get a hula hoop. Maybe you want to do belly dancing, whatever it is. Just really look at your life and see how you can make every part of it more fun, because life doesn't have to be mundane. Like, we just make it that way by the stories that we're telling ourselves. Like, I know personally, I struggle sometimes with the more mundane activities and still thinking that it sucks, like cleaning, even though I love to be clean and I'm very particular and OCD and stuff with that. But I don't particularly like cleaning, and I don't always like cooking, even though I love cooking. I don't always like to do it because, like when you're an entrepreneur and you're just on the go and doing stuff, sometimes cooking is the last thing you want to do, or it just sounds boring or dull. But how can you make those things more fun? Like, one thing that I've been doing lately when I cook is just putting on music, and like you can have a dance party or whatever the fuck it is, but just also reframe it. Like, this actually came from my old pastor at the church I went to back when I lived in Charlotte, North Carolina. And he was talking about essentially what I'm saying with the reframing, but he explained it in a different way. Like, instead of like thinking like, oh, this sucks that I have to do this, like think about, wow, I'm a fucking human being and I'm alive again today and I get to do this. So really reframe it and see how you can add more fun into your life, because it's time to just, like, what's the word? I don't know. It's just time to be wild. It's time to stop giving fucks. It's time to be brave and to have more courage. And I'm going to be talking about all those things, a deeper dive even more, along with other topics we're not talking about in this free series. That's like a deeper dive into lots of different layers and healing techniques for you all in the Wild Goddess Complete course, which will be launching very soon. I feel like it'll be next week after my moon cycle is over. So stay tuned for that. But that's what I have for today's video. Like I said, you can go and look at the previous 2 videos from the Wild Goddess series, which I'll link up in the comments below. And I'm giving you guys a little ritual and journaling as your homework for today, so that you can put these things into practice yourself and start seeing results. So try to move your body, not try, but go move your body in a way that's new and different to you and out of your comfort zone. Like, honestly, when I was like, the ribbon thing felt normal to me. Like, I don't know, I've never done that before, but it just felt like me. Hula hooping, I did as a kid, so I didn't feel completely awkward, but I felt a little bit weird because I'm not very good at it anymore and I was judging myself. But the belly dancing, like, it's something I've always wanted to do. And I've done it before, but without like the belly scarves, I guess. And it's been in the comfort of my own home, like not in front of other people. Well, the retreat was virtual, so it was in my home, but I was on camera doing this with the other people at the retreat with the little scarf. And I think, again, it was just a piece of me healing that story of like feeling like it's weird or bad or skanky to be sexual. So back to what I was saying, that was out of my comfort zone to do that. So look at how you can go move your body in a way that's out of your comfort zone, something you're not used to. I'm just looking at the notes. And then journal about how you feel when you're done. And I highly recommend to really take your journal and write right after you're done with that movement, because you're going to be in that energy, probably feeling fucking amazing. Because when we move our bodies, we release energetic blocks, and we just, like, when you're especially practicing like this feminine movement, like that's really going to activate like your kundalini energy and your sacral chakra and all these vibes. So like your goddess vibes. So when we're manifesting, you guys have probably heard me talk about this before, but this is my jam. We want to add embodiment with the mindset, and that's what equals manifestation, essentially. So essentially, feeling plus affirmations equal manifestation. You have to feel what you want, saying what you want, focusing on what you want to get it. You can't just say an affirmation and not feel it, because if your body doesn't feel like that's real, it's not going to manifest. Now, there's other things that could be causing energetic blocks or worthiness issues or just divine timing that may be slowing your manifestation down. You can look at one of my most recent videos on why your manifestation isn't here yet if you want to learn more about that. I'll link it up below. And every time I say, by the way, I'll link it up. I think I say link it up in the comments below. I don't actually mean the comments, I mean the description box. So that's what I got for you all today. The last couple of videos, more than likely we're going to be doing, because you know I go with the flow and change stuff up if I need to. I'm going to be talking about how you're not meant to fit in and how to overcome societal conditioning. And then the last video, it might be flip-flop, but the other topic is about fuck logic. Being logical is fucking miserable, and how to create magic in your life. That's what we have coming up. So stay tuned for all that. By the way, I wanted to show you guys my beautiful crystal that one of my soul sisters sent to me. It's fluorite, and you guys know I love wands, more than one kind. But this one, oh my God, it's just all the vibes. This one's a lot bigger, like width, not width. What's that? Now I feel really perverted. Around, whatever that's called, someone tell me in the comments. It's a lot bigger than my other ones. It's very healing. And then I have this labradorite palm stone, which I am fucking obsessed with. This one's good for heart chakra and also grounding for me personally. And the fluorite is good for your throat and third eye because it has the blue and purple, and it's really good for releasing negativity. I just felt like I needed to share those with you guys today because I felt like someone needed it. And as you can see, like as the sun kind of shines on it, it's like even more magical. Yeah, I'm going to post Insta stories of what this one looks like in the sun. There's an angel in the video. It was amazing. Okay, so that's what I got for you all today. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.